Hey guys, what's up? Just watched your video. I like watching those videos. You guys are really coming around good. There's a lot going on there, and I understand all the confusion because, I've been living it, trying to understand what the hell is going on. And it's a lot, so I get it. Um, so there's a few points that I wrote down that I'll address here to try to help make things less confusing. I know you guys got a lot of it figured out by yourselves during the meeting, and that's good. First about the shares, how many shares? This type of corporation, we do the only shares that we have to document with the corporate registry are the voting shares. That's all they care about. So that's easy. Everybody gets 20%. All five of you guys who are voters get 20% of the voting shares. It doesn't really matter how many shares there is for voting shares because they're not monetary shares. The other thing is how many. Um, there's 10 shares total right now, so I think everybody's going to get probably a certificate from the corporate registry. I'm not sure yet, but you probably get a certificate saying you have two voting shares with your name on it. It'll say it's non-transferable, which that's good. So the only way you can change that is by going to the corporate registry and registering the new information there. I can explain more of that. I don't think I need to. Um, the other shares, how many monetary shares doesn't really matter. That's as long as we all get equal amounts. You can have, if you want to do two shares and just make them fractional, that's going to be much more difficult than if you have 1,000 each and you can give. I'm going to give 5 over there and 10 over there, 150 to that person. That's easy. But the thing about that is you can do it however you want to. You can fractionalize it, or you can, because the thing is it's internal. It's only going to be documented internally, and that's so you can figure out who to how to pay out. And so, to me, it would make sense 1,000 each, and you don't have to make 1,000. They don't have to have serial numbers or anything like that. Just internally documented. If we had, what I would like for me myself is a little certificate saying I have 500 shares in the corporation, and have that be uh, notarized, and then also have it be recorded into the corporation. And it could have matching serial numbers and then because you're going to be changing that, and it's someday I'm going to die, and somebody else is going to get my 500 shares, and you're going to want to cancel out those, and it may turn out to be five grandkids each getting 100, however that goes. You guys need to figure that out though. That's just my input on that. So it's really an internal issue that only has to do with payouts. So differentiate between the two. There's voting shares and there are monetary shares. They have nothing to do with each other. So, um, how do we? Oh, how do you document them? That's up to you guys. I would suggest having it in the bylaws defining how you're going to document them, and then have a document that, um, like I said, I get a little certificate saying I have 500 shares, and it's also recorded within the corp. It's worthless unless it's recorded in the corporation also. So that's my idea on how to document that. I think it would be easy that way. Um, and who can they go to? This has been, I don't know, this keeps coming up. This came up at the very beginning, and we all want to do what Dad wants to do, and I guess we can clarify that. Um, I've asked him, and he's tired of me asking him. But if you want to go ahead and ask him, go ahead and do that. And I'd like it to be filmed though, because I know he's gonna say, "Look, I don't want nothing to do with them. They're yours. Do with them what you want," because that's what he said to me every time I've asked, and that means whoever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to go to any of his descendants. It's up to us. They're ours to do with what we want. We can wipe our butt with them and flush them in the toilet if we want. They're ours to do with what we want to do with them. So, but you can clarify that we want to do what Dad wants done, of course. But that's the input I got from him, and you can ask him again. That'd be. I'm not going to ask him again because he's just going to say the same thing and he might hit me in the head. So I know what he's told me, but I'm open to if he said something different and he's going to say something different, then fine, let's do what he wants done. That's for sure. But I think it makes it easy if we do whatever we want to do with them, because what if I get tired? I mean, it's not going to happen. I've already given Josh, but I still have 500 left. What if I get pissed off at everybody? I marry Portia, or I don't really want to get married to her. I mean, it's not going to happen though. She's in prison, but so just for instance, and I say I want to give them to her, because she's the person who was nicest to me through my life. I want to be able to do that, and I want her to be able to keep them. Anyways, that's my input on that. But we want to do what Dad wants done, and for sure. When I die, I'm not going to care. So that's a moot point to me, really. That's just my input. The directors and why, only reason why I want to be a director is so that things will get done, because none of the stuff that's gotten done with the registry, and none of the information has gotten collected except for what I've got. Josh has helped an awful lot. Alan tried, but Lori's been willing, and I'm sure everybody wants to cooperate, but nothing would have gotten done. And all I just want is to be able to help and serve the corporation. If something needs done, I want to be able to do that. If nobody else has time to do it or can figure out how to do it, I want to be able to do that. So that's why I want to be a director, and the same reason why I want Josh to be a director, because Josh is the other one who's gotten most of the stuff done. He's done a lot of research, and I think if we can depend on somebody to get some shit done, if we tell him to do something, we need you to do this, Josh, he's going to do it. And we need people like that. It would be good if Joy and Alyssa were directors also, because they can do stuff. And the more people who are willing to do stuff and serve, and we don't want just an open door on that, because we want spaghetti. But Joy and Alyssa would be great for helpers on this, and there might be some tasks that would really be helpful. As far as the treasurer, we just need to pick a treasurer. Treasurer doesn't even have to touch the money, just keep track of that money. Maybe if we say, hey, we want you to send a check out to this person to pay for this, or do an electronic thing, then they do it. It's the only time they touch it. But we can really just, each of us deposit the funds into the account right here from where I am with my phone. I can put the money into the checking account. So or however, or go to my bank and do it. I don't have to actually hand it over to a treasurer, and they don't even so it could be easier than all that. All right, so I think that's everything. That's enough, anyways. We don't have to deal with everything right now. We do have to get a checking account. The reason why we have to get a checking account, we can do it without really the checking account, but then it just make it more complicated. So we could all put the money, we can all, from where we're at, just deposit the money into the checking, $75 a piece, and then we're good for a year. And then we could use that account to pay for the mailbox for a year, and to pay, there'd be $90 in there to pay for the return. Dad's taking care of the return already for this year, but so the thing about that, the paperwork's already been sent in, so if you guys want to change anything on it, that's fine, because with the return's going to be due again here coming up in just another month and a half or so. And so at that point, we're going to have to file another return. And at that point, if there's any changes you want to make that you don't like about how things are set up here, then the changes could be made at that time. It costs $90 to do anything. If you want to do a return, it's $90. If you want to make a change, it's $90. But if you do it all at the same time, it's only $90 to do everything. So you want to do all your changes every year when you do your return. That just makes sense. So, like I said, everything's kind of done the way that paperwork is showing now. If there's stuff that you don't like, you don't want to be a director, that's fine. But I won't be able to do anything for you if that's the case, and that would be frustrating to watch that. But you can make those we can make those changes at that time when we do the return for next year, which, like I said, is coming up in another year and a half. I mean, another month and a half. So, I think that's everything that I need to go over, except for the aliens. You guys probably didn't see on the news tonight that there's a government agency who is, Josh knows all about it, not everything about it, but he knows the name of it, that is investigating government officials. There's supposed to be video. I mean, an admiral testified that he saw video of government officials talking to aliens, not just illegal aliens, but like UFO aliens. And there's a lot of information that the government has about UFOs and aliens, and this organization is investigating all that, and I believe they're going to make it all public. So pay attention. It's going to get interesting. If you're not already thinking it's interesting, I don't know how you can't think it's not interesting, but it's going to get even more interesting. And then there's the AI and the chips for the cranial chips, and I can go on for days. I won't bore you with that, but anyhow, thank you for your hard work. I appreciate the fact that you guys are learning how to work together, and maybe someday I'll grow up and I'll be able to do that too. Love you guys. Bye.